Next up, CT. Who we got in the building today?
It's your boy Young Dre. We Up Music, the label.
Young Dre, we up the music. Thank you for coming in and having this conversation with me.
Yes.
So all my interviews, I start from the beginning. Let's tell the viewers where you come from, but a little bit about your upbringing.
I grew up in Hartford, Connecticut. You know what I mean? My upbringing. I lost a lot of family members, from my little brother to my cousin. You know what I mean? Aunts, uncles. I lost so many family members, and I talk about that on my first EP titled The Andre Watson Story. That's the part one. I talk a lot about my family members on one of the records and coming up and stuff like that in the streets and stuff like that.
I was gonna ask you about that, the Andre story.
The Andre Watson story.
Andre Watson story. I was gonna ask you about that. Dive in a little bit more deep since you brung it up. How did you come about the concept of that and putting it together and everything?
Basically, I am Andre Watson. You know what I mean? My artist name been Young Dre for a while. I've been doing music for like over 10 plus years, and I just got to the point I want to release something that's like me, Andre Watson. That's who I am. That's my government name. So you know what I mean? I just put that stamp out there, and I got series of the EP, like the first one. The second one just released part 2 about 3 days ago. So you could go get that on all platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, YouTube, and all that. The Andre Watson Story part 2.
Definitely go check that out, everybody. You said you lost a brother. How did you deal with losing a brother? Was he your older brother, younger brother?
He was my younger brother. This was like high school days. I was doing music with my man's Gourmet, and you know what I mean? It was just like one of them tragedies, he was actually born premature, so, I dealt with it. It's been rough, even now, I be, think about him and stuff like that,
For sure. So you incorporate some of those losses that you took in your music? You speak about it in your music?
Yes, I've been doing it for a while, just shouting out my little bro Nuda, my cousin Tips. Just all the family members that I grew up with and that just passed away through over the years, I incorporate that into my music and my drive into being successful as a music artist in this industry, especially coming from CT. I want to get people the real me,
Yeah, for sure. That's why I got this platform so artists could come on here and show the viewers and the fans the real them. We're going to talk about life, you know what I mean, where you come from and stuff like that. The real questions, not just what's popping and stuff like that. We're going to talk about what's real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I relate to a lot of the stuff you just said about losing family members, because I lost mad family members over the years and they still gone. And it's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying? You never think when you young coming up, all these people that you love and you've been around ain't gonna be here for you long run. So I kind of use that fuel for me to keep going too.
Yes, sir.
I relate, definitely. What would you say is your greatest project?
The greatest project I released, it would have to be at least one of the Andre Watson stories, either part 1 or the part 2. That's some of my best work that I've done so far as far as project wise, all stuff that I wrote. I got a couple features on the part 2 of the Andre Watson story. We should be talking about that. I got Hartford Poe on there. Shout out to Hartford Poe. We actually grew up on the same block, so I had reached out to him.
Shout out to Poe. I interviewed Poe last year.
Yes. I actually reached out to him on one of the records on the new EP titled No Hook, and we actually shot the video this summer. And we've been getting good responses from
No
a
Hook?
lot of people. Yeah.
Okay.
We've been doing a lot of performances and stuff like that. We did the Hype Fest. And we just been rocking out. I got one of my guys, Ching Bling. He from my neighborhood. I got him on the record. No Shine Different. Who else? I got Who Don't Know City. We here on the Winners.
Okay, that's my boy.
Yep, the song titled Winners. Actually, I met him through Hartford Poe, doing shows and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I got my guy Gourmet Victory on there with Janelle Baldwin on a song titled Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's one of them records right there, like old school.
Oh yeah, like she's singing on the hook.
Singing on the hook. It's slow. It's nice. It's a good vibe. So
where you can find that? I gotta check that out. Because I like music like that,
Yeah, you can find that everywhere. That's on all platforms right now. It's Jay-Z and Beyonce, Young Dre. You know what I mean? Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's the title of the record. Yes.
Okay, for sure. When did you start rapping? Like, when was the first time you ever made a song?
The first time
can you remember it?
I've been in love with this music industry for a while. I had a passion for music since I was a kid, like elementary. Then it leaked over to middle school, and then in high school, I really started getting serious. Like, in high school, we used to run around and like record records inside the house, and go to school and sell them to the classmates and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we was like real big on the music back then.
Now, did you do it like? I remember I used to record. I used to take the cassette tape stuff and some tissue or something in there and record on the little karaoke machines. Was you doing that?
No, we was doing it different. We was doing it like big. Like we had the computer back then.
Okay.
We had the microphone and stuff like that, and we had the Fruity Loops back then.
Okay.
We had people making beats.
So y'all was doing it all the way.
Doing it all the way, and we just burn the CDs and
the CDs.
CDs like realistically, like they probably know me from back in the day with the Stick Up Kids.
Okay, yeah, nah. You know what? Yeah. Now that you say that, you probably done sold me a CD before.
That's what I said. Like, we probably sold over like $100.
Yeah, you definitely sold me a CD before, for sure. I remember to this day, because I used to put it in like, put that CD in a rotation of CDs I listened to. Because I just remember one day, dude coming up to me, yo, we Stick Up Kids, $2. $2. $2. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, said $2, I would support.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
I definitely know about the Stick Up Kids.
And that was 2008, 2007.
Yeah.
That was a while back. So, it just taught me like the grind and just learning the business. Like now everything is digital and it's not really too much of CDs anymore. But
man, if you could sell CDs,
I still do it. But I'm just saying like I'm learning the business. Yep. Yeah, as far as the marketing on the digital and still being in the streets, going hand in hand with CDs and stuff like.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to sell CDs now because of the digital wave, but. Like I be adding up numbers up and stuff. I'm like, man, if this is CD game still,
you was killing because like I said back in the day, we would do like 100 CDs a day for like $200. That's $200 a day.
Yeah,
that's like a job.
That's like a job. Facts. Facts.
Good job at that
because you're not making $200 a day in a regular job.
Taxes and stuff like that. So we trying to get like $1,000 a week, like what I mean.
For sure, there's a hustle. You could definitely come up $1 million off CDs for real.
Yeah, you see people did it. A lot of people did that. DJ Drama.
Yeah, real shit. Because you were selling them for $2. Imagine if you were selling them for $10. You get what I'm saying? And I know you done, like you said, you were selling $200 a day type shit.
Yeah, like now I could probably get that $10 now.
Nah, bro. Shit.
Yeah, I got it. I'm online right now. $15. I want $15 for my album. I put my heart and my time and my effort, and I feel $15 ain't that much to pay to get something that's quality and real good music. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a real supporter, I want you to go get that. The Andre Watson Story Part 2.
Yeah, go get that. Go support because that's what we need. We need people supporting brothers like you, brothers like me, putting out our work, our hard work that we dedicate our time to. And, you know, everybody quick to help a big artist out. They could go support all these big artists when they come out here. They go cop them at their album and stuff. They need to tap in with us. We've been putting in work doing the same thing. Yeah. And we got just as good music.
Yes, and We Are Music, the label, like, you know, I started my label, like, when I was incarcerated, I came home, I said, yo, I'm going to take the music even serious. And, like, when I first came home, I released the Andre Watson story, part 1, maybe, like, within a couple of weeks when I came home, because I already had the music. You know what I mean? I already had the music, so when I came home, I just released it. It did good, you know. Then a couple months went by, and I released this 2 projects within the first year since I've been home. So.
Oh, so you only been home a year?
Yeah.
How long you been incarcerated?
It wasn't a minute, but it was just a stepping stone for me to get my mind elevated and know exactly what I want to do and be in life. Like, you know,
okay.
Like, you gonna take this serious, or you gonna keep coming back here doing the same shit.
Okay, so you would say this wasn't the first time you've been,
no,
but that time made you, realize
like you can't keep going through the same cycle. So I was just like, yo, now it's time to like elevate and take this music to another level.
Okay, what's something you would tell a young boy out here to not go through some of them steps that you had to go through?
You know, everybody go through what they go through in life, and that just makes you stronger as the person that you are. You know what I mean? Sometimes you need to go through things to get to where you're going, to learn what not to do. So, you know what I mean? If maybe somebody that got everything handed to them, they wouldn't appreciate
what they have.
Yeah, what they have, than somebody that know what it's coming from, and you know what I mean, grinding and actually building up their company from the ground and getting up there. You know what I mean? There's somebody that already
they got it handed to them.
They got it handed to them. So
yeah, I definitely understand because I grinded for everything I got right now. Yeah. I started with a tablet, bro. I started with a tablet. Now looking around the room, bro. That's just with a tablet. Really charging people $40 to do a little makeshift video off a tablet. It got me here. I just stayed consistent. Started doing pictures. You know what I'm saying? Stayed consistent. Because I stopped doing music videos because it just wasn't lucrative to me. It wasn't adding up. But I tried to do pictures, and I started liking that. Then just going around the hood filming different people. You know what I'm saying? Then that would get me booked to do birthday parties and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that just all built it up to now I got the space and I could host people to come on this platform and tell their stories.
Yes.
So it's like you said, a grind.
Yeah.
Nah, I appreciate you for coming. Our brands is kind of similar. We Up, Next Up, it's kind of similar. It's like, we headed up, so it's only right that.
Yeah, we at the ground now, so it's only way we could go is up.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, the only way we could go is up, and it's perfect that Young D, linked me up with you because I respect Young D and I respect what you're doing. So thank you for coming, bro.
Shout out to Young D, man. I actually reached out to that brother, and he actually been helping me like through the last month as far as like getting me like shows and podcasts and management development. You know, he you know what I mean, he a man of his word. Like when I reached out to him, he like, yo, I could do this for you. I could get this done for you. So I'm like, I just released this project and I want to, promote it and elevate.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's up. So how did that relationship come about? Did you like go to the studio, record, and then build from there, or y'all linked up outside the studio?
Actually, I've been in his studio I think a long time ago, but I met him at a show that we had Bushnell, Hartford. It was me and Hartford Poe. We performed the record that we got, No Hook, and we just chopped it up there. And on social media, we see each other, like each other posts on social media and stuff like that. So I just reached out to him like, yo, I know you got the label, and I see what he doing with his guys over there at the label and stuff. So I'm like, yo, me coming up with my label, We Up Music, I need like to be like an intern on like what you got going on. Like show me the ropes.
So you learning.
So I'm learning as well as building my label. So when I get right and I'm able to pull artists in, I got the plugs, I got the networks. You know what I mean? Boom, boom, boom.
You got the formula because you're going through it. I respect it.
Yeah.
I definitely respect it. Because I'm trying to find people that's in this lane that I'm doing to do that same thing, learn from it, rub shoulders and build each other up.
Yeah,
that's dope. That's dope for sure. Every interview I do, I ask about fatherhood. I don't know if you're a father or not, but fatherhood is something dear to me. I'm about to drop a fatherhood documentary, so I just wanted you to touch on fatherhood. If you're a father, and if you're not, how do you view fatherhood?
I'm not a father yet.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you say how
do you view fatherhood from your relationship with your father? Then how do you view fatherhood? How you feel about it?
I think it's a good thing, like growth and you know, just having somebody to talk to, somebody to learn from. You know, somebody you can always call. You know, my pop's always like been there for me. Like I can just pick up the phone and call him like, oh, I need this, or let's do this, and he's always around. Like, you know, so he always been good to me. You know.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shout out to him.
Yeah.
I'm doing like I said, I'm doing a fatherhood documentary. I'm gonna be going around highlighting black fathers in the community. If you know any black fathers, you know, tell them, yo, my boy GQ trying to do a documentary.
I'll make sure I do that.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot, and it's dudes who want that recognition. Like they've been holding it down for their kids, and they don't get that recognition that we deserve. So I'm trying to highlight that, give anybody their flowers for being men, because we get the stigma as black men as we not good fathers, we ain't shit. So I'm trying to change that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
No doubt. All right, well, what up and coming projects you got planning for the future?
Right now, we should be talking, like I said, we should be talking about this new project.
Okay, you just want to talk about that?
The Andre Watson Story Part 2. Make sure y'all go get that. You know, I might work up to like Part 3. And then, you know, who knows from there, you know? Who knows where I'm going to take it from Part 3, you know?
Yes, sir. So they hear that. The Andre Watson Story. Y'all got to tap into that because it sounded, I previewed a few tracks on it.
Yeah.
Just on my way over here. And it's definitely sounding like something you listen straight through.
Yeah, it's one of them ones. Like that's the type of music I like to make. And the type of projects I like to put together, something that you could just run all the way through without, you know, having to skip or, you know. Yeah, I like to put those type of songs together, you know.
Okay. That's what's up. Yo, thank you for coming out, man. I got to run. It's always a pleasure. We could come back and do more interviews anytime. You're welcome here, bro. We could sit down. We could put a podcast together, whatever.
Yes.
You bring your artists. We can interview. We can do a lot of stuff, man. Thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you for having me. You know, We Up Music, the label. Y'all could get the merch. Follow me at Young Dre Music 88. That's on Instagram. And you know, go get that Andre Watson Story Part 2.
Part 2. Go get that.